thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee.
Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song, listen to my soul song, listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. How shall I seek thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I seek thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, the root my desires. Just as a fire may burn a How shall I serve thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. How shall I worship thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I worship thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. How shall I seek thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I seek thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. How shall I serve thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I serve thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. How shall I worship thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I worship thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Now we'll prepare for 1 minute for this satsang.
Morning, everyone. It's a joy for us and a blessing for us that today we have a Satsang by Nayaswami Dhyana ji, who is the spiritual director of Ananda India and has been with us for many, many years. So, Dhyana ji, thank you so much and welcome.
Good morning and welcome to everyone. Please stand for our opening prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great gurus, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswarji, beloved Gurudeva, Paramahansa Yogananda ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. We invite thy presence into our lives, into this satsang. Help us to feel thee ever present in everything that we do. We want to align our lives, our consciousness, our will, our energy to thee. Bless our efforts to realize thee. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please take your seats. We'll start with the chant. Inhale and tense the whole body. If you haven't done this before, you can watch me. We're inhaling through the nostrils. We're tensing and vibrating the body. Then we're exhaling through the mouth, a double breath. We're relaxing all the stresses and tensions. Again. And once more. Please join on this chant. It's very simple. We'll sing it in English and in Hindi. Joy, joy, ever new joy. Joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, Anand, Anand, Nitya Navi, Anand, 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 Nitya Navi, Anand, joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. Ever new joy, 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 joy. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Navi, Ananda, 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 Nitya Navi, Ananda. Ananda, Ananda, Nitya Navi, Ananda, 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 Nitya Navi, Ananda. Nitya Navi, Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. Joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, joy, ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 joy. Ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. Let's meditate now together. Let's dim the lights. Feel God as joy inside your soul, your heart, your mind, your whole being. Feel like a waterfall of joy descending on you now as we meditate for a few minutes. We'll close the meditation with the reading from Affirmations for Self-Healing by Swami Kriyananda on happiness. Happiness is an attitude of mind born of the simple determination to be happy under all circumstances. Happiness lies not in things nor in outward attainments. It is the gold of our inner nature buried beneath the mud of outward sense cravings. When you know that nothing outside you can affect you, no disappointment, no failure, no misunderstanding from others, then you will know that you have found true happiness. Resolve strongly to keep this flame burning ever in your heart. Please affirm with me out loud and then more quietly and then silently. I vow from today onwards to be happy under every circumstance. I came from God's joy. I am joy. I vow from today onwards to be happy under every circumstance. I came from God's joy. I am joy. I vow from today onwards to be happy under every circumstance. I came from God's joy. I am joy. I vow from today onwards to be happy under every circumstance. I came from God's joy. I am joy. Now mentally, I vow from today onwards to be happy under every circumstance. I came from God's joy. I am joy. Silently pray with me. O Lord of joy, fill me with boundless happiness, for I am thy child, made in thy blissful image. As thou art joy, so also in my inner self am I. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll have the readings now, first from Whispers and then from the Gita.
Whispers from Eternity by Paramhansa Yogananda. Tune us that we may hear thy voice. Volumes of thy voice resound through the loudspeaker of every loving heart. The voice of thy wisdom roams through the ether of space, seeking everywhere hearts that are tuned to ecstasy. Sadly, their warning sermons pass unheard by souls deafened with the static of sense pleasures. O divine broadcaster, tune our souls, long distracted by the static of our indifference. Fine tune us with the delicate touch of soul perception. Grant us the privilege of hearing thy magic melodies in the ecstasy of divine awakening.
This reading is from the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, explained by Paramhansa Yogananda as remembered by Swami Kriyananda ji. True understanding comes not by intellectual reasoning, but by intuition. Inner intuitive attunement with the consciousness of the Guru is what most surely and directly brings spiritual awakening. Has not everybody experienced, in the presence of certain people, a greater feeling of peace, harmony, and upliftment? If relatively ordinary people can affect one in this way, how much greater must be the effect of one who is himself spiritually enlightened? In the Christian New Testament, it is written of Jesus Christ, "As many as received him, To them gave he power to become the sons of God. That is exactly what everyone needs. The power to rise. Such power cannot be self-generated. The ego, as we saw earlier, is already infected with the very disease, ignorance, and it wants to banish from its consciousness. Only one who has himself escaped the clutches of ego consciousness can, with his expanded consciousness, infuse into the disciple's awareness new insights, new understanding, and new power to rise spiritually. Kriya Yoga Diksha is a much subtler than Mantra Diksha. It involves not only that which can be spoken with the tongue or uttered mentally, but involves also an awareness in the spine, which must come from inside. This is why attunement with the Guru is so essential, particularly with Kriya practice. One should invite the Guru's consciousness to awaken one's own energy within the spine. This can be accomplished only by mental, intuitive attunement with the Guru, by receiving him, as it says in the Bible, deeply into oneself. How can one attune himself with the Guru? One method is to gaze deeply into his eyes. A mere photograph will do. And visualizing him at the point between the eyebrows, to call him deeply. Introduce me to God. Then listen or feel in the heart. The heart is the radio station in the body where the divine presence is received and where the Guru's blessings and power are intuitively perceived.
Good morning again, friends. It's really a joy to be in Gurgaon and share with you today. This is such an important topic because so many people don't have soul receptivity, which is the topic today, and there's so much suffering. You see so much sadness. You see it in people's eyes. You see it in their faces. You see it in the families. You see so much illness. You see mental illness. You see so many things that don't have to be because people haven't opened themselves up to feel why am I here? What am I doing here? What is my goal in life? Why am I here on this planet? What should I be doing? What should I be seeking? Where should I be going? This is all closed to most people because they're only thinking, what about me? Health, wealth, money, more and more things, relationships. People have forgotten their soul. They've forgotten who they are. They've forgotten why they've even come here. And that's why repeatedly we come back again and again and again. And we think it's going to be because I get famous, because people recognize me, because I have more money, I have a bigger house, I have a better job. And we never, ever stop to think that there's something so deep inside of us. So we were chanting that chant from joy and reading that affirmation, I am joy, I came from joy, I am bliss. That's who and what I am. And that's what the soul's nature is. We have to realize that and stop playing, thinking that we're just in a playground here. And you see the little kids, and then they grow up, and then they're adults, and they're on, and then the ailments begin, and you're in the hospital, and you see doctor after doctor, and then you're in the deathbed, and it goes on and on and on until we stop and say, there's something else going on in this life. And then we open ourselves to what else is there There must be something more to life. There must be something that I'm not seeing. When I see this outer show, I see this drama that's going on around me. This is a dream. We have to break the dream. How do you break the dream? You open yourself. You open yourself to truth. You open yourself to joy. You open yourself to those who have gone before us. You open yourself to the great yogis, to the great teachings. You open yourself to the masters. You open yourself to God. You open yourself to the guru. And then finally, answers start to come. People start to come in your life. Teachings start to come. Techniques start to come. Places start to come. And you start to awaken to your soul's nature. How did we get here? We were open, receptive, praying, longing for truth. And then the door opens and you start to understand what life is about because your soul is calling out. But there has to be a deep sincerity and longing. When Swamiji Kriyanandaji said he read Autobiography of a Yogi, he said there was a force even to push him to get the book. We all felt some force at some point. He said a force pushed him to buy the book. Then he read it. And then he didn't wait. He was so longing for truth, for what is this life about? He didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. Gurus, Anand, India, all the things you all, karma, reincarnation, yogis, the Himalayas. He didn't know anything, but he went, he followed his soul. His soul kept saying, go, go, go. Don't think, go. And he got on a bus and he crossed the country in America and he meets a yogi, Yoganandaji. Wow, Yoganandaji. And he bows down. This is soul receptivity. It's not, I think, oh, he's brown, I'm white. He's got long hair, my hair is short. He's Indian, I'm American. He's Hindu, I'm whatever. He bowed down and said, I want to be your disciple. Beautiful. First words, I want to be your disciple. And Master blessed him for a long time. Why? 2 minutes, Swamiji said. His arm was vibrating on Swamiji's heart, opening him up more and more and more and more. And every time we meditate, we do Kriya, we come to the purification, we go up there to the blessing, we take the discipleship, the masters and more, open more, open more. And then he accepted Swami Kriyanandaji on the very first day he came there. He had been praying, longing, wanting help. When Master went to America, Master said he prayed till his brain would split. He prayed so long to Babaji, to Divine Mother, to God, to tell him he should go. And after he felt his brain would split open, I love that thought. And people would help and they leave. He just kept praying. That's soul receptivity. And then a knock came on the door. Wow. And it was Mahavatar Babaji coming to tell him and bless him. You go to America. This is what God wants for you. And that's why Master came. Soul receptivity. I remember when I got out of college, I'm seeing some of the young people here, and I just knew this just couldn't be my life. It was so boring. And so there was no substance to it, and just going to a job, and I didn't even like the job. I mean, it was okay, but just what is this about? I was young and energetic. I had lots of energy and will, and I remember I was driving in a car once, and this was in Palo Alto. I lived there, and this thought came on me, you can do anything. It was so strong. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't I think it was Master. I didn't know him yet, but it was like, oh, and I thought, whoa. And I gotta get out of this life that's going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. But people just settle, sit in front of the TV, change the channel. No, keep changing the channel. So what I did was I definitely changed the channel. It was a channel of my whole life. And I just felt that I have to find truth. I have to find purpose. I have to understand what life is about. Would you take my watch out? It's beeping. And then what happened was I prayed here again. I prayed all night long. What should I do? Where should I go? Who should I see? And I had been brought up in a spiritual family, yes, but I still felt there's something so big missing. And the next day, my guru came. Wow. The next day, they're standing in the wings. They're just waiting. What do you need now? Who's interested? Who's praying? Who's talking to them? Who's calling on Babaji? Who's calling on Lady Mash? Who? Are you? They just came. Like Babaji said to Lahiri Mahashaya, I waited for you 3 decades. I've been here waiting. Finally, now you have come. And Master came through another teacher who gave me Autobiography of a Yogi. And then my journey began. In that next day, an unbelievable story. I was 21 years old and I got on the path. I was ready. It was like a ripe fruit just falling off the tree. And I met a great master. Master, of course, I didn't meet him in person, but I certainly met him. And then I met Swamiji. Wow. Such a power. We would do yoga, energization, meditation, chanting, seva. And from every one, my soul started recognizing, those chants. Don't you remember those chants? The people, those people at Ananda. Don't you remember them? You know these techniques. You did them before. Don't you remember? Soul receptivity. You know yoga. You know energization. You know Kriya. You know it. You've done it before. And once you begin and you start moving on the path, it all starts opening up. And you see all your friends from past lives. You meet the gurus in meditation. You chant the chants. You begin to realize this is the life I came here for. I came here because they brought me here. I came here, I was open. What a rare birth to come into a life and meet your guru. Many lives you pass by, or you said bye-bye and you went off to do something else. But a life where you come and you stick with the path, your heart is open, your soul is open. I was remembering this beautiful story of the boy Kashi. You know the story, some of you, most of you. What an incredible story. I mean, there's so many incredible stories of soul receptivity, don't let me forget that story. But I was thinking also of Master. When he was a boy, he had cholera, from autobiography. Autobiography is all full of soul receptivity stories, every one of them. Some disciple or some person was open to God, to the guru. And Master, he was a boy, he was very ill, and his mother says, just pray, look at the photo. of Lahiri Mahashaya. I mean, we have to do that. Just look at the photo and offer yourself. And little Mukunda, he could barely move. And he just, the best way he could, he offered himself. And he said, then a blinding light came and he was completely healed. Even if he could barely do it. Sometimes you're barely able to think right or get out of bed or whatever and just bow. She just said, just give yourself. And then he was healed. And the beautiful story of this is my wonderful friend Patty, who's also Mukunda. So they're going to do the play for Jyotish and Devi Ji. I was just thinking about the two penniless boys in Vrindavan. That's an incredible story. What an incredible story. They had no money, just a ticket for the train. And they had to come back without begging, have your meals, make sure you're okay. Everything worked out. And they came back and showered the rupees on the table. And the older brother took discipleship from Mukunda, the younger brother, Kriya. That's an incredible story. How did that happen? Those boys were wide open. One was a little doubting, but Mukunda was totally, I refuse to take any money if you will not do this. I accept the challenge. I mean, this is the energy of a devotee. I accept the challenge. I know God is with me. They went there. They saw the Taj. They met the boy. It was Chatterjee. The boy gave Kriya to. They had a wonderful meal at Gorima. I mean, the whole thing just unfolded because they were open. We have to keep remembering they were open. And there's so many beautiful stories in there. I don't have time to go over all of them, but one other one I really like, which Master talked about, if it's in there, it must be. But anyway, Master was, now I understand what he means because I'm struggling with Hindi, but Master was on the ship going to America and he couldn't speak. And he couldn't speak English that well. But the people on the ship said, please honor us with a talk in English on the battle of life, something about a battle. I remember. And so he said, yeah, okay. This is what you've got to love. Yes. And he got up there and first no words came. And then people start to laugh. And he just kept praying to his guru, help me, help me. And Swami Sri Teswarji's voice rang in his mind, you can speak. And the power, people don't realize the power of the guru coming into the disciple. And he spoke, I think it was 45 minutes. They said it was beautiful English. He spoke. What was that? He was open. So many people are just so closed down and they see in their shoulders, and, I just can't do it. I just don't know how to do it. He was wide open and that happened. And then I wish I could say more, but I'll tell this Kashi story that some of you are new. You would love to hear this. That there was a young boy who was in Master's school, Yoganandaji's school. And all the boys were with Yoganandaji one day, and they were asking, what will be my fate? Will I be renunciate? Will I marry? What will happen? So Master was just, was telling you, we'll do this, he knew everything. So then the one boy, Kashi, says, well, what about me? And Yoganandaji says, oh, well, you will die soon. And everyone was quiet. And Swamiji said something to us. I'm just thinking when he was here earlier on, he said, Master said that the disciples will be protected. And everybody in the room, it was just a few of us who had just come to India. And he said, but that doesn't mean you won't die. He was going to protect you even if you die. He's still going to carry you to the next life. this is an interesting thing, isn't it? So this boy, he just went away and a little bit far away. And then he came back. This is the thing I love. He came back to Yoganandaji and he said, when I die, will you bring me back on the path? And Master said, no, no, he didn't want to do it. Not that he didn't want to do it. I think it was a test. So he kept saying, no, no. And the boy kept on him. I said, please bring me back to the path. He was only 12. And so then Master finally says, okay, if Divine Mother wants, I'll do it. Wow. Now, who's brought us back is the thing. Who brought you back? You brought yourself back? The guru brings the disciple back and says, I'm coming. Swamiji will be there. Ananda, you had a center. You'll have all the books you can ever read and the music and the friends. No, just come back. Master brings a book. So he says, I'll find you. I'll bring you back. So 6 months later, only 6 months. Now that tells me he definitely brought him back fast. So 6 months later, Master says, I think Kashi's coming. I think he's in the womb of somebody, and I'm going to go find him. This would be a beautiful story to enact as well. So he goes and he's in Calcutta, and he's got his hands raised up, just feeling for the boy, for that soul. And his people around him are going, what's wrong with him? You know, but he doesn't care. He's just... Now, why did he do it? Why? The guy was so open, little Kashi at 12, he just begged him to help him. And he must still been open. So he has his hands up and he finally gets to a place. He is walking down the street and he says, I think my boy's I think he's here. And he goes to a house and he knocks on the door and the woman, she's pregnant. But I think we just don't know the power that's flowing through our line of gurus. If he could bring that boy back because he was so open and find the house where he was living, it's startling. So he told them about this boy, and he said he's got a spiritual inclination. His name was Kashi, and I'm his guru. I don't know if he said that exactly, but likely that I'm his guru. I'm looking for him. And it's so sweet. The boy was born. They gave him his old name, Kashi. And Master said he saw him, and it was an immediate closeness. And I believe when he was 12 again, around that age, he takes him to a Himalayan guru to continue his spiritual training. My God, just that story alone will make you just keep your heart and soul open. Who's really coming to you? It's God through the guru. It's God through the books you read of Ananda. It's God through the chanting. It's God through the guru buys. It's God when you have the meditation. It's all God. But if you close, like Master said, if you shut the door, how can I come in? And he asked those disciples when he blessed them, I don't know how many, but he asked Swamiji and Doctor, will you love me? Wow. Always. He said, always, as I will love you. This is big. And only then did Master start showing them what are the higher realms. Master start guiding them only when they said yes. And that's what soul receptivity is. I'm open to the truth. I'm open to wisdom. I'm open to God. I'm open to Guru. I'm open to the teachings. And finally, it's not enough to be open. Do something about it. Don't just be open. Act. Do your practices. Be devotional. Come to the center. Come to the meditations. Read the books. Come online. Participate. Do seva. And then you'll find, as Master said, 25% is your efforts. 25% I will give you lots of my good karma. 50% is your grace of God flowing into the open soul. As we do that, we'll realize, and I think we don't realize, what we really have. Isn't it? We have so much. This is the lifetime to get out of the delusion. You might wait around, but I know a lot of us don't want to be there. So you might be alone. Try to get out with everybody now. We're moving forward fast with hand in hand with the Guru. God bless you. Let's meditate a moment. In your heart, rededicate yourself to your spiritual life, to your teachings, the path, the techniques, the gurus. And reestablish that inner bond of love and openness with them. Om Shanti Shanti. Please stand now for the arati and blessing. Someone's gonna
Door of my heart, open wide I keep for thee. Door of my heart, open wide I keep for thee. Will thou come, just for once come to me. Will thou come, Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee. Dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee. Dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee. Dipping them in devotion, I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song.
Let's close with a prayer. Friend, beloved God, Guru preceptors, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Master, Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. Bless our lives to be ever more attuned to thee, thy teachings, thy techniques. Help us to change any behavior, wrong attitudes, to be ever more in attunement with thee. We open our hearts, we open our souls, we open our minds to thee. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Go out with joy.